Kroger brand products exclusively at Baker's have the great taste you'll celebrate. That's why over 40 million people choose Kroger brand products, making them a true crowd pleaser. And with quality guaranteed, you'll love your choice or get your money back. Score Kroger brand products with savings you can cheer for and great taste you can't resist. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
Are you spending a fortune while shopping on Amazon? What if I said you can earn cash back while you shop? Introducing Drop, the ultimate rewards app. Whether it's fashion, electronics, or groceries, you can earn free gift cards just by shopping online or in-store at tons of your favorite brands. Download the Drop app now and start earning while you shop. Plus, for a limited time, use code DROP11 to get $5 in points instantly.
I think you tweeted the other day that Adoree coming on a visit was the best news you heard all offseason. Why?
I mean, this business, people come and go so much, and over my 6 years here, a lot of guys that came in and out of our building, and Dory's definitely probably one of my favorite teammates I've had since I've been here. So, I was obviously really excited when I saw that we had him in, and I was hoping we did sign him, and we ended up signing him. So I was, pretty happy about that.
What can he bring to? I mean, I know you're on the other side of the ball, but what can his presence bring to what's a pretty young defense?
Some veteran, knowledge, some veteran savvy, just help continue to bring the young guys along that we have in the back end, as well as he's still a really good football player. Adoree's only 28 years old, so, he certainly hasn't fallen off the horse at all. He can still play at a high level himself, so, I think he'll help us both mentally and physically. And
then how excited are you to see – I'm on the outside, obviously, Darius, but it seems like the new offensive linemen, Runyon and Illuminor in particular, have really taken ownership of like it starts with us kind of thing. And I'm not trying to knock anybody, but in the past, obviously, the offense couldn't really get started with the offensive line giving up as many sacks as it did. So, like, how welcome a change are these guys on the offensive line, and how exciting is that going into a new offseason to see what maybe the offense could be capable of because of them?
It's been really exciting. Like you said, those guys have came in and done a great job embracing the task, and they've obviously played really good ball throughout camp. I think this was definitely probably one of our better, maybe the best camp, since I've been here that we had up front, both on the pass protection and in the run game. So, it's been a blessing to have those guys be here, and they're, veteran players, guys that know what they're doing and have been great additions to our team.
Thank you.
Paul Schwartz.
Hey, Darius, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. You've been on a lot of different type of Giants teams since you've been here. This is one of the youngest teams in the league. Now that the rosters are set, this is like in the top 5 youngest rosters. So what does that mean to you to have such a young team? Certainly your room is young, and just in general to have a roster with a lot of young guys on it.
Means we got a lot of fresh knees and ankles, it's definitely speaks to the young talent we have. We've got a lot of young players that are talented, that are going to be good players in this league for a long time. And, right now it's kind of just getting them up to speed as fast as possible. Obviously, with week 1 approaching, we got to be ready to go. We got the real deal at the end of this week. But, I think youth can be a good thing, as long as you have the right kind of youth. And I think we have the right kind of youth.
Is there, the front office can manipulate the roster any way they want. If they wanted to have the oldest team in the league, they would. They're one of the youngest teams. So is there maybe like a hold your breath quality? Because, some guys but a lot of guys on this team are very young, and you just don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if I would say hold your breath. They're obviously, even though they're young, they're here because they're talented. They're talented football players. They're gifted football players. So, at the end of the day, whether you're old or young or whatever, you're here for a reason. And, we expect those guys to go out there and let their ability show when it's time.
Thanks, Darius.
Yep.
Art Stapleton.
Hey, Darius.
What up?
You find yourself having to remind people that 27 isn't old?
Yeah, I didn't. Till this year, I didn't, but now apparently I have to. I'm not as old as everybody seems to think, but I know it's just because of the massive youth around me now. But I don't think 27 is too old.
You got to make sure that gray doesn't start coming up in that beard. That's when you know.
Yeah. We ain't there yet. No kids yet, so don't age me too much.
I just wanted to ask you, just in terms of, I know you're a car guy, so you spend all this time with a car, and then you can't wait for the day where you can kind of roll it out of the garage and let everyone see it.
Yeah.
Do you feel any part of that with this offense? Because regardless of what you've shown this summer, I think anyone who knows this team and this coaching staff, you guys haven't shown all your cards yet. So for you, how would you describe it? Is it eager, anxious to see what this offense actually looks like when you start game planning for an opponent and trying to take advantage of things that you think you can take advantage of?
I definitely think eager would be the word. Kind of like we said earlier, got a lot of talent, but a lot of young talent. So, obviously, like for Malik, this will be his first time played at this level. Wandale and Jalen, will be their second year of, live football action. Even though Devin Singletary is a veteran, it's his first year as a Giant. We got Tyrone Tracy back there in the backfield. He's a rookie, so Theo is a rookie. He's going to play, good ball for us. So, we got a lot of guys in our offense that have, I guess you could say not a ton of real life game experience. So, to some degree, it's kind of like, a car you haven't had the chance to drive yet. You've seen them in practice, you've seen them in joint practices and preseason games, and, you have an idea of what they can be. And obviously we're super optimistic about that. But, I definitely think there's an eagerness to be able to let them go and get out there and give them a chance to shine.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Patty, Trina.
Hey, Darius, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Darius, as the most senior member, and I was reluctant to use that word because you're not old, a lot of your younger receivers look at you as kind of a mentor. And I'm just wondering, how do you embrace that role while still maybe learning from them? And can you learn from them even though they don't have as much NFL experience as you?
Yeah, I just embrace it, trying to help them in any way, shape, or form that I can, whether it be with the scheme or techniques or whatever things that I've learned or gained from guys older than me that I've played with in my career, try to pass that stuff along. And you can always learn from anybody. There's stuff that's coming out of college football every year that makes its way into the NFL and has its influence on the league. So, sometimes there's certain techniques that you don't really come across as much as the NFL that maybe a college kid might bring or mention, and you're like, that's maybe a good idea as like a changeup or something, So I'm always learning from them as much as they're learning from me, and there's definitely a give and take in that relationship.
Anything in particular that you might have picked up from any of your younger counterparts this year?
Sometimes just kind of like just the ignorance is bliss of youth, like. Sometimes, they're just kind of playing free. And sometimes once you get in this league for a while and you got the New York media and you got all these expectations and you got this and that and the third, it's like those things come to your mind, but like they're void of that, most of the time when they first come in. And it kind of is a good way to like reset yourself of like, you just got to play, like all you got to do is go out there and play and do what you do. And that in itself is like a constant reminder of like, we play this game because we love it. And every year you get new guys in, you kind of get that refresher kind of, it's like playing with a baby, like that energy, that life that like a baby has, it's just kind of a good refresher.
Thanks, Darius.
Yeah.
We'll take two more. Kim Jones.
Hey, Darius, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You jogged my memory, so thank you. When you do look at Theo's game, what do you see in him?
He's like pretty much like if you were to get on Madden and build a tight end, you'd build Theo. He'd be big, he'd be able to fast, be able to catch, block. He can run. During this preseason, he showed he has some wiggle. So there's really not much else you could want out of a tight end that tight end that Theo doesn't have. So I think his ceiling is about as high as anybody we have on the team, to be honest.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Of course.
Last one, Kate Rooney.
Hi, Darius. Kate Rooney with Pix 11. Wondering what the most important thing to focus on this week, this final week before the first game of the season is.
Ourselves. Week one, you haven't seen anybody play in any real games. So, you have an idea of what people are going to do, what they've done in the past. the type of schemes that they've liked in the past. But at the end of the day, it's about going out there and executing, all 11 of us on the same page and getting to the stuff we want to get to and trying to dictate the game as much as possible on offense.
The all-electric Chevy Equinox EV combines everything you need when you're ready to go EV. Starting at $34,995, the 2025 Equinox EV-LT gives you an impressive balance of all-electric range, safety features for peace of mind, and effortless technology, including the 17.7-inch diagonal display screen, all at a price you'll love. The Chevy Equinox EV is the fun-to-drive, all-electric SUV that gives you what you need to do exactly what you want. The manufacturer's suggested retail price excludes tax, title, license, dealer fees, and optional equipment. Dealer sets final price. To learn more, visit Chevy.com/Equinox EV.
1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men experience domestic abuse in their lifetime. And nearly half of survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Purina started the Purple Leash Project to help eliminate one of the many barriers domestic abuse survivors face: a lack of pet-friendly domestic violence shelters. Through the Purple Leash Project, Purina is helping to create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters across the country, so abuse survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to get involved.